Hey guys, today I'm going to demo the MyLands project. You have the option of picking up clay from school, using Play-Doh, modeling clay, or creating your own homemade salt dough. To roll our slab of clay, we need something dry so it doesn't stick to our table. We can use a dish towel, an old pillowcase cover, a sheet, newspaper, regular paper, something that you can roll it out on so it doesn't stick to the table. For rolling out your slab piece of clay, you can use a rolling pin or really anything cylinder from your house. A water bottle, a glass cup, anything like that will do. Let's look at some of the other tools that you're going to use. Typically for smoothing out clay we use our little yellow sponges, but this is all I had in my house was a sponge brush, and then I found some paint brushes. Maybe you can find an old makeup brush or this old toothbrush, something that you can smooth out those goobers. Then of course you can always use your fingers or a little dish towel for smoothing out as well. For carving we can use pencils, pens. I have this paper clip for little fine details, slipping and scoring. A toothpick would work for that as well. You're going to need a ruler so that you can measure out your 3x3 template. I have a butter knife and then a fork if you wanted to slip and score with that. So try to be creative and come up with different things around your house that you can use. I'm going to take off a chunk of this clay so that I have stuff to build my three-dimensional pieces. Now we need to create our 3x3 template. So if you don't have a ruler, you can Google a ruler and find an online resource, or you can kind of estimate close to the length of a credit card, a little bit smaller than a credit card. So it should be 3 inches by 3 inches. You'll want to cut this out so that you have something to trace your slab piece out with. Alright, before we begin rolling, we want to squish down our piece of clay just a bit. Remember, we're going to roll it out. No thicker than our pinky, but no thinner than a pencil. I'm going to experiment rolling it out with each item. I've got my glass cup. I've got a water bottle. And then the rolling pin, which is obviously the easiest, but it was totally doable with the glass cup or the water bottle. Now I'm going to use my template and trace it out using my butter knife. This should leave me with a 3x3 slab piece of clay. I'm going to bag up my extra pieces of clay, put some water on them, and seal the bag up tight. Now I'm going to smooth out the corners and edges so that I don't have any sharp edges after this has been fired. For this project we needed to come up with 4 plans. I have a Southern Utah theme, a Candyland theme. On the back page I have a Baby Dino theme and then an art theme. The main thing you want to look for is that all of these have 3 different 3-dimensional pieces that will stand out, and then carvings that will go into the slab piece of clay. So I'm going to begin by adding texture to the slab piece. I'm just using a pencil to create these lines. Then I'm going to get out my extra clay so that I can create my 3-dimensional items. And I want to keep my slab nice and wrapped up so it stays plastic, and I'll be able to join clay with slip and score later. So let's start by creating the body of the dinosaur. Now as my hands start to get dry and crusty, I want to keep them clean. That way it doesn't add goobers to my clay. Same with whatever surface you're working on, we always want to keep it clean. Now when it comes to ceramics or art in general, there's not always a specific formula for you to be able to create something. So right now, I'm just trying to model and shape the basic forms that I'm seeing with this baby dinosaur. Okay, once I was happy with the body of the dinosaur, I wanted to create 4 little legs, and I'm going to slip and score to attach these pieces. Always checking proportion to make sure that they look correct. Make adjustments when it is needed. I'm using my paper clip to create little score marks. You could also use a toothpick, a pencil, a pen, your fork, whatever you think works for you. And then as far as slip goes, slip is just watered down clay. So I have a little piece of clay here that I've added water to and I've mushed it up. And now I'm going to use that slip, or kind of like our potter's glue, to add on top of my score marks so I can slip and score these 2 pieces of clay together. After attaching it, I'm going to use the paper clip to push down the clay from the leg to the body to kind of blend and get rid of any seams. We want to make sure this is done so that it is adhered to my piece. That way once my piece is bone dry, they won't just simply pop off. Okay, now I'm using my little paintbrush to kind of smooth out any goobers, lumps, bumps, make this look really nice. Alright, I'm going to repeat the same process for the little spikes that's going to go on top of this Stegosaurus. Is it called a Stegosaurus? A Stegosaurus?
Yeah, it's a Stegosaurus.
Okay, so I added slip, and now I'm scoring with my paper clip. I'm scoring the spikes. When I push them on, I'm kind of wiggling them back and forth, make sure it sticks. Using my paper clip to push that clay down, get rid of any cracks or seams, and then using my paintbrush to smooth it out. Here I'm checking out what this is going to look like on my slab piece of clay. Now it's a little bit bigger than what I wanted, so instead of doing a second dinosaur, I'm going to do 2 plants. The first round of this plant didn't work super well. Like I said, ceramics and art is creative problem solving. I didn't like that method. So for this one, I decided to do a bunch of little leaves individually and then smush them all together to create the plant. That worked easier for me. But like I said, ceramics and art in general is really just a lot of creative problem solving. So you've got to try out, test, experiment, and see what's going to work the best for you. Okay, I want to put everything onto my slab piece, decide where I'm going to place it before I slip and score. Same process as before, scoring, creating those little grooves into the clay, adding slip, which is just watered down clay, pushing the clay from the body of the piece into the slab. That way it seals any cracks, any seams. Okay, and I'm adding last details to my little dinosaur. I'm going to slip and score that final piece onto it. Wiggle them on there, make sure the score marks kind of match up. Blend the clay down with my, what is that called? Paper clip. And then going to smooth it out once again with the paintbrush. And then I tried this sponge brush as well to get rid of any extra lines. Alright, don't forget to carve your name on the bottom and your class period, especially if you want me to fire this for you. We will paint it after it has been bisque fired. This is the final product. You need to take your extra clay, go ahead and smush it up a little bit, add some water, and seal it up nicely in your bag for your next project. Your final piece should be 3 inches by 3 inches with 3 three-dimensional objects, and then texture that's been added to the slab piece itself. Let me know if you have any questions.